Hey, it's Allecia Maine, the animal healer, and today we've got a really, really awesome episode for you. We are working today with Jennifer Ackley of Wolf PAWS in Dandridge, Tennessee, and Jennifer has a 6-month-old. I have kind of like goosebumps already. She's got a 6-month-old wolf dog named Zeus. And Jen, tell us about Zeus and what's going on and how can we assist?
First of all, I want to say hi to everybody and just let you know that Wolf PAWS Wolfdog Sanctuary, located in East Tennessee and the beautiful Great Smoky Mountains. If you ever are in the area, we offer private tours and you can meet our animals. And Zeus is our newest rescue. We rescued him in June and he was only 7 weeks old when we rescued him. Someone had bought him from an exotic farm where they breed these animals and gotten him at 5 weeks old. By 7 weeks, they realized that he was more than they could handle. So they had surrendered him to a local shelter, and I was able to get in touch with the shelter and rescue him, really, because he shouldn't be adopted out to the general public. DNA results show him as being 95% wolf. He's the highest content wolf dog that we've ever rescued. He's totally a handful, and unless you have experience with these type of animals, it just is not a good idea to have them as a pet.
That's very good for people to know. Very, very good for people to know. So, what's going on with him? Like, what are you noticing? What kind of things do we want to take a look at? We're definitely going to do a body assessment on him and see and make sure that everything is aligned, because we know a lot now that alignments can really affect behaviors, mouthiness, stress levels, anxiety levels. How is he doing and what are you noticing?
He has been quite often, actually, very mouthy, as puppies will be, but to a different degree because he is mostly wolf. He uses his mouth very hard. Ideally, I want to bring his excitement and arousal level down, which in turn I think will also help with the mouthing. I think a lot of it is just excitement when he sees people that take care of him. He's excited to see us and he jumps up. And that is a problem because when he stands on his hind legs right now, he's as tall as I am.
All right, so I'm going to do an in-sync body assessment and muscle release protocol. What that entails is that I'm going to start at literally the top of Zeus's head. I have one thumb on each side of his spine. It's about 1 inch off of his spine. And I'm just going to go down every vertebrae and check and see what's in alignment and what's not in alignment. And also too, if Zeus wants to bring forth any animal communication information, we will also receive that and share that. Jennifer and I am in Colorado. I'm in Carbondale, Colorado. So we're probably good 1,000 miles to 1,200.
I think about 1,500 feet.
About 1,500
miles.
Okay, so we're about 1,500 miles away from each other. We're connecting on Zoom. So for Zeus, like, this is really why they were basically working in the quantum energy field, right? Because I only see a picture of him, but I have never, I have been at Wolf PAWS before, and I've worked with other of Jennifer's wolf dogs, but I have never worked with Zeus. I only saw the cutest picture of him as a puppy. Okay, so starting top of his head, the left side of the parietal bone, the two big bones on the top of his head, it's actually like pushed forward a little bit, more so than the right. So I'm just gonna start gently rolling that back a little bit. You can see his ears flinching a little.
And he opened his eyes a little.
It just feels like he's got a little more tension on the left side of his than on the right.
Heavy right now.
He's breathing heavy?
Okay. Like deep sighs.
I'm gonna get up onto his occiput. So his left occiput feels like it's pushed forward a little bit, which I'm not surprised seeing how that bone was pushing forward. So And bring that back into place with the right side. That's still a little sticky, but it's moving back into place. There we go. Okay, so now that just set right into place. So his occiput's even. Now we're gonna go to C1. C1's a little bit high on the right, like if he was standing and it up towards the sky, it's a little high. So just rebalancing that. Does he chew on a lot of bones?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Good boy. Okay, so now C1's fluid.
Oh, he just opened wide.
Hi, handsome. Okay, he's like, whoa, that just adjusted. Those are not eyes to miss, right? Like when the whole opens his eyes, you're like, whoa. All right, so that's C1 is now fluid. All right, now we're, C2 is quite jammed. So on the left side, it feels like it's pushing up towards his ear. On the right side, it feels like it's kind of a little bit rotated down towards his hip. So I'm going to do, it's funny to say, right? Even though we're 1,500 miles away, I'm going to still do this very, very gently. Okay, there we go. All right, so now that's back in place. And it's still a little bit off, so I'm just readjusting it so it aligns well for him. Amazing how calm and relaxed he is today.
It really is uncharacteristic. I'll take it. I love it.
So here's the thing with Zeus. He's young. He's 6 months old. He's 95% wolf. We wouldn't think that a puppy who he probably moves fine. He probably doesn't have any issues that you would think, to take him to the vet for his gait or anything like that. But what I just felt in his thoracic vertebrae and how it's rotated could actually, when he gets excited, it could literally create an underlying sense of tension inside his body that he doesn't even realize, like where it's actually fully coming from, that his body's a little bit out. So that's why I always recommend working on bodies, even puppies. And especially, he's going to be mouthy anyway, not just because he's 6 months, but also because he's a wolf, a very high content wolf dog. We'll see how, as we do this assessment, Jen will update us and let us know how he's doing. But it's always good to know if our animals are out of balance, because it's not something we might see. All right, so T8 is open. We saw a little bit of twitch and a little bit of movement. T9.
Yep.
It's open. What? T9 was, it's funny. It wasn't as stuck as any of the other vertebrae, but just that little bit was enough for him to really stretch out and open up. That's interesting.
Good. That was a huge deep breath he just took.
Oh.
The last time we spoke, you gave me some great advice. And, oh, look, there's a nice okay, deep sigh.
Yep, that's L5 going into L6. Good boy. And what did I say?
Well, basically that I need to get myself in alignment.
Okay.
And I had kind of a hunched back in the video I had sent you. You commented and asked if I was afraid, and I'm not afraid of him. I think what I was doing is kind of bracing myself for the impact of the jumping and the biting.
Okay.
But when I realigned, my spine and my thoughts as far as, being the calm leader,
yes.
And not, baby talk. And, I am prone to come in, hey, and see.
Exactly.
It really
you
makes
sound like a squeaky toy, right?
I know. And so I've realigned, the way that I interact when I come in here, and that has made a difference. Although, there are still times that he bites and
Yeah, he's a
chunks, but
puppy. He's only
less.
6 months old.
Right, but much
And
less
he's
than he was.
awesome. That is so great to hear. There was a controversy about the whole alpha awareness, because it was said that alpha is dominant, it's aggressive, and it was kind of taken out of context. We really understand the true nature of alpha. It's just basically a calm, clear parent. Calm, clear parents will also call boundaries about behaviors that are not okay, that are not going to benefit the pack. And my white wolf, Wolfdog, she said to me once, she said, you need to study alpha brainwaves, and you need to make the correlation between what authentic alpha is. When you actually study alpha brainwaves, you realize you're talking about someone like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, like someone that is in their zone of genius, right? Body, breathing, thoughts, everything is connected and aligned, which allows them to be creative, which allows them to, Michael Jordan coming down the basketball court was able to see these little pockets that nobody else could see. Tiger Woods can feel through his body, how to direct the best placement of that ball. Serena, she's so connected with her body. It's like she finds those spots. That's actually what alpha is. It's creative, it's calm, it's clear, it's not hyperactive, it's not barking and domination and aggression. Alpha really does more correlate to a mindset and to a healthy functioning system that allows us to be calm, clear, creative leaders. So when Jennifer's body language and her breathing comes in that calm, clear space, like she's actually owning the space. Doesn't mean she's dominating Zeus. Okay, that's S3. So that's fully opening for him. But when she's coming in relaxed, he doesn't have to take charge and try to feel like, well, who's in, are you in charge or am I in charge? He's like, oh, you're in charge. I trust that. I feel safe. I don't have to overreact. Or as a 6-month-old, I don't have to try and be the leader. We're just going to let him kind of hang out. And sometimes it's better being an animal and sort of not having that prefrontal cortex like we humans have, because we think too much. He's not thinking, he's just feeling, and he's just letting his body, adjust the way that it needs to. And as a result of that, it's going to help him feel more comfortable in his own body. It's going to allow the energy to flow better, and there's the potential that his behavior is going to align better with what Jennifer needs him to understand without a lot of stress of training. As he's gotten up, he's come over, and he's not grabbing.
No, he came over and shook off a little bit, and now he's just going right back to where he was. Good
That's
boy.
pretty amazing.
That is so good.
Yeah. Big yawn. Good.
Good boy. Good boy, Zeus. Yeah. Sniffing is good. Sitting is good. No biting. It's awesome. Very nice. And he's got a bone left over from lunch. Keep him busy for a little while. He's gonna lie down with me in here. That's wonderful. What a good boy. Excellent. Are you in the back seat of my car? You like your car rides? You like going for a car ride, buddy? You sweet. You still biting? I bite gentle now. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Bite gentle. Yeah. Really learning. I'm learning that human skin is very sensitive. Good boy. Good boy. During the session, Zeus was as calm as I have ever seen him. It was amazing. It was like he really felt the calm energy that Allecia exudes, and she's, I think, 1,500 miles from here. She really has a way with animals that's very special. And when she started doing the body assessment on him, you could tell that there were some places along his spine that were tender or out of alignment. And when she was doing the adjustments, sometimes he would kind of look up like he wanted to see, where that came from. But obviously she's not here. She was sending her energy towards him and doing the healing remotely from a distance, which I think is amazing as well. So during the whole session, he was lying down and was very, very calm and was receiving the energy healing that she was giving him. Afterwards, his energy level, ever since then, of course, he is a puppy and he's exuberant and he has a lot of energy, but his overall demeanor has really been a lot calmer. I will look out the window and very often he is lying down, whereas before he would be pacing a lot during the day. So he seems a lot more comfortable in his own skin and just comfortable with his environment here, which is a wonderful thing to see. And we, try to give him as much enrichment and exercise as we can. We are in the process of enlarging his enclosure, and that's going to help a lot too. But, so everything that we can do for him, his physical health, his mental health, and this is all part of it, this body assessment and muscle release technique that Allecia uses at a distance is just transforming. So thank you, Allecia, and thank you for letting us be a part of your new TV series. We're very excited about it. Thanks.
Thanks for watching today's episode of Animal Healer TV. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to hear your feedback on what you learned about yourselves and your animals. We'd also love to hear what issues are you dealing with that you'd most like to see on the show. If you'd like to participate in an episode, please see the link below and share with us the issues that you're having with your animals. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and Insta, and please feel free to share with your friends. Join us next week for another episode of Animal Healer TV, where we will explore quantum reality and see what else is possible in helping animals and humans heal their behaviors, their health, and each other's hearts.